Hello everyone, welcome to Paraguide video tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to create a restaurant management system in Python. That is, by the end of this tutorial, you will be able to create a software for a restaurant management system in Python using Tkinter library. So for that, we have three major objectives for this video tutorial. First one is setting up project with Python and installing dependencies. Second, creating GUI with Tkinter. In this tutorial, we are going to use a library named as Tkinter. Tkinter is a standard GUI library for Python, which provide a faster and easier way to create GUI applications in Python. Tkinter provides a powerful object-oriented interface to the TK-GUI toolkit. So we are going to use that. Our final objective would be demonstration of a billing system by taking input from user and generating bills or invoices. So as you can see, this is my Eclipse IDE. I have set up a project named Restaurant Management System here. For that, you need to go to help section to set up your Python with Eclipse. So for that, go to help section and then install new software section. In the install new software section, you can go to available software sites, and here you can see my Python is installed here. So you can also install the Python in a similar way, that is pydev. So you can install Python there. Then I have created a main.py file for my project. So now let's go into the main part of the code. That's what I am doing here is, let's first run the project and see what is my final output would be look like. So this is the final outcome we are looking for this tutorial. So here you can see this is some basic name I have given, restaurant management system, for our video. Here I have classified my whole GUI into 3 to 4 main parts I am going to discuss here. First one is the main layout container, that is containing the whole body of this UI. First one is the main whole part. Then I have divided into three main parts. First one is the header part that contains restaurant management system written here. First one, and second part is the left part that is segmented here, as you can see this part. So this top part is one segment, this left part is second segment, and this right part is the third segment. Then again I have divided my left segment into two main segments, that is the top segment and the bottom segment. Then in the top segment also again I have divided into two main segments, that is the left segment for foods and right section for the beverages. Now coming to the first left bottom section of this UI, I have divided into again two parts. First one contains some cost of foods, beverages and service charge, and the right part for the tax percentage, subtotal and total. Now coming to the third segment, that is the right part, would be the receipt section, total section, or this command action section you can see here. So now let's just see how I have done this. So first I have created some basic imports that are required for this project, such as importing tkinter, random for generation of a random number, then time and date time imports, and our tkinter message box. So now for that, what I have done is, like, I have initialized, or I have taken an instance of the tk class and I have defined it as a root. So now then I have defined the geometry of my root with my this size of my screen based on that. So I have given 1280 into 800 as a size of my this layout. Then I have given some root.title and root.configuration to my UI. As you can see, I have given restaurant management system, this not this one, this is the above one. I have given it as a title, restaurant management system here, and I have provided a black black background for this. Now, as I have initiated all of my main components, at the end of the file, here I would like to show this is the main part. Root.main loop is the main part. You have to close it at the last of your file, so that all of your code would be inside of this. So now after that, I have defined a total main frame, that is the whole UI I am showing you here. This is the total main frame is I have defined here this. So I have given some width, height and border here. So this is my total main frame, that is I am showing here, and I have passed my root to it. So now, as I have already discussed, I will divide it as a three part. So this total mainframe would be the restaurant management system, that is you are able to see here. This is the first main part here with width and height. As you can see, width would be the total width here and height would be 100 something here. Now I have again divided into another two segments, that is the left frame and right frame here. So this is the left frame, you can see from that is segmented from here. This is the left part and this part is the right part. So in the left frame, as I have highlighted here, this is the main left frame. I have this is the frame I have set it for left. Then I have divided it into left top frame and left top left frame. That is, this is my left frame, and the above one from this that contains these two big boxes of foods and beverages would be the left top frame. Now, and left top right frame. So this food part would be the left top left frame and this would be the left top right frame. Now I have given some of the parameters to it, such as my left top frame would be F1A. So in the left top frame, that is the above part for foods and beverages, I have given it two names, such as F1AA for left top left frame and F1AB for left top right frame. So I have given two frames for left. Now coming to the bottom part of it, here I have given left bottom frame with the name F2A, and then again divided into two parts, that is F2AA and F2AB. Similarly, I have given width and height parameters according to my UI layout. You have to adjust this based on your screen resolution, so you have to fix a little bit of it. So this is my whole left frame I have discussed. Now let's move to my right frame part, that is this right frame part. So in the right frame part, I have first defined a right frame with F2, again taken a instance of root. Now then I have defined right top frame, that is FT2 is my right frame with some height and parameter, and a right bottom frame with FB2 with some height and width. And I have also passed another variable with side that provides me left, right, top or bottom to place my elements over there. So this is the designing of my all the layouts. Let's just quickly put all the widgets inside it, and so that you can create a grid like this. So then I have given some basic configurations, such as configuring background to the back color for that. Now for the main header area, now let's give it a name as restaurant management system here. So I'm giving restaurant management system with a text here with some border 10 here. Now this covers my whole main header area. Now let's just not go to the functions here and discuss regarding the how to create layouts such as I have shown you. So now first cover how I have put my checkboxes here in this way. So for that I have used check button widget here. I have given a name burger here with check button, and I have passed my area layout, that is this one is the F1A, this one is the F1AB. So I have given F1A with some text here burger with variable var1, on value is 1, off value is 0, and I have given some other properties such as fonts. What is the font I want there, and this is my command check button, this is the function I will discuss later, and I have given it some place as grid row 0. So in this similar way I have defined another checkboxes here with pizza, sandwich, pasta, fries, and other whatever the foods I'm considering here with in a similar way. So this is my left food side for that. Now for that, in the left food side I have this text box column also that activates whenever I click on my check button. So this is the function check button does, is like whenever you will click on any of the check boxes, then only it activates my text field for that particular, so I can enter any number to it. So for that I am using entry part of my tkinter. So in the similar way I am providing my area as f1aa with some font with bds for border with some width and some text variable for that holds my data for the particular text field, and I have given property justify text to left and state as disabled. So by default I am giving all the text field as property as disabled so that it get enables only when your checkbox is selected. So in this is the way I have designed the left food side for checkboxes and left food side for enter side, that is the text field you are going to enter the data in it. So this is for left side. In the similar way I have created the beverages side for this section. Similarly for this all coffee, tea, and this all beverages section you can see here. So you can select the checkboxes and you can put any number of amount to it. So let's say I'm just filling it some random number. So in the similar way I have created my this right food enter side also. Now for this let's come to let's, as we have covered this left side of this part, let's cover this bottom part of left bottom part. So you can see as here in this cost of item information here I have provided some of the labels in it in a similar way. Like here I have given this checkboxes, these are the labels I am talking of, these are the labels and these are the entry fields same as here. So for that I have used these labels and provided some of the properties such as fonts and border as we have already used here, and I have provided it as a row property to my bottom part, that is f2aa. Then I have provided my entry part to it. Similarly to we have provided to our food and beverages counts we are using earlier with some properties and some text variable cost of foods that holds my value for it. So in this way we have covered all of this part for all the cost of foods, beverages, and service charge. Now let's go to this payment section of this for the tax percentage, subtotal, and the total part. In the similar way, I have declared here all the labels for tags and then entry for tags here with the same properties as I have told you, with and storing the data in a text variable. Now for the subtotal part, in a similar way with some text variable subtotal and the cost of the total, that is the total cost of all of my purchases in a variable total cost. So my left part is almost covered. Now let's just go quickly to the right part. For the right part, I have used this label restaurant receipt. As you can see here, this is the restaurant receipt. You are seeing it here. This is for restaurant receipt. And then I have defined a text with some bigger width, that is the whole area. I will show you how I'm going to use this. So let's say I have picked up some more fields here and I have put some data to it. Now if I will click on this total button, your total of all of your foods and your beverages will be calculated here. That is the cost of foods, cost of beverages, what is the service charge, this is a sub service charge I have taken by default, and your tax percentage, your subtotal and your total. So now when you will click on this receipt button, your receipt or your invoice will be generated for whatever the order it is. So in this way you can generate invoices or bills with this. This is the total area I am going to use for my text part. Now this is the functionality I have to show you. On the click of total, you will be clicking your total of all of your bills, and on the click of receipt you are going to generate receipts for that. I have two another action buttons, reset and exit, for that. On the click of reset, your all of the data will going to be reset. So uh, it's a required field. So if I will like reselect it again and select some another part, I will click on the total button, it will calculate all of the totals of all your foods, and on the click of receipt you are going to get whatever the data that is, whatever the let's say burger is purchased for 3 units and sandwich for 2 and tea for 1. So your receipt will be generated here, and on the click of reset your all the data will be get reset. I have added one more functionality to it, such as exit. So on the click of exit, it asks me whether you want to exit or not. So in the click of yes, it will exit your software. I will click as no because I don't want to exit it. So this is the whole demo we are going to prepare. So this is the receipt part I have explained you. This is the basic receipt, restaurant receipt label here, and the text with some width, that is 40, because this is the whole area we are going to use for receipt section. Now in the bottom part of it we are using some buttons such as total button, receipt button, reset button and exit button with button widget. This button will use some other properties such as padding, for some color, fonts, whatever the text we are going to put it, and some command. Command is the function we are going to trigger on the click of that. So now let's just go to these command part of our program. So let's go to the main part of our application. So let's start with the exit function. This queue exit function will be called on the click on the exit of my application, or whenever the button quit is called. So if I will click on the queue exit button, so it will use TK message box widget and ask whether do you want to exit or not. The same message here you are seeing it. So this is the message, whatever the message you want you can put it there. And if it's let's say if you will click on yes, the queue exit will hold a value of 1 and it will destroy your route, which result in exiting of your UI. Uh, so in this way you can create a exit function uh, with uh, take interlibrary using tk message box widget. So now before moving into calculate total, reset and receipt, we have to declare variables needed for this application. So for that I have declared 16 variables, each 8 for each side, that is here 8 and here 8. So these all 8 variables I have declared here. Then I have declared some another uh, values such as date of order, receipt, paid tax, subtotal, total cost, cost of beverages, cost of food, service charge, receipt. Okay, so this is some of the variables I will be needing to store all of my data from here and calculating it to here. So these are all the variables, and then I have also used for these all of the text field, let's say for burger if I will say 4, so this 4 will be going to store in e underscore burger, that is the input var, and then for the initialization I have set it to 0, that is the 0 you are seeing it here. So this is for food input and this is for beverages input. So similarly these variables you will be going to need before performing any of the operations. So now let's go to this check reset function. So in the reset part what I'm going to do, I'm just simply putting all the variables set to blanks or putting it to 0. Similarly I'm doing it here. So let's say if I will go to this burger part, uh, I will just put some random data here. I will calculate the total for that. So my total is calculated here with all of the data that is being selected. Now here what I am doing is I am just putting them to blank on the click of reset and setting all the values for my foods and beverages to 0 and all the variable is being set to 0. And also after that I'm also doing is I'm disabling my state to disabled. So if I will click on this reset, all of my data is gone and my text fields are also disabled also, and it will get be triggered only when the checkbox is clicked. So this is the function for my reset. So now this check button function, as I have explained you, check button, if you will go to any of the check button side, I have a command with chk button. So what it does is check button, what it does is if my variable one, that is for let's say in this case is burger, if my variable one value is equal to 1, it will set my configuration for text burger, that is the text part that is going to hold my units for burger or my foods or from any of my beverages here to normal, or if it's 0 it will state as disabled. So whenever you will click on this, it will set my state to 1 and it will allow me to insert value to in it. So this is the way I'm putting a constraint over how to enter data on my text field. Here let's say if I'll click on this, it is going to enable, and on the deselection of this it is going to disable. So this is my check function here for all of my 16 fields. Now as we have covered our exit function, reset function, there are two main functions that are we have going to see, that is the total function and the receipt function. The total function would be simpler, more simpler. What I am doing is like I am taking all the values of the 16 items from here for all the foods and beverages, and then I am putting some tags and some calculations over it based on my choices, and I am appending the dollar icon on the before of whatever the data is, and then I am setting all the values. Let's say if put some random data for this, I will click on this total. So whatever the data, that is the amount per cost of food is $12, amount per cost of beverage is $10. So cost of food is set to some of the prices that I have calculated here with some random calculation. You can do calculation based on your preference. So in the similar way you can calculate this cost of foods and beverages. For the service charge, I am putting a random of 1.59%, $500 of service charge, some here. Now, to calculate my tax, I am adding price of beverages here and price of food plus 1.59 of service charge and multiplying it with 0.15, some random percentage. So, to calculate my tax percentage, the subtotal, my subtotal would be the price of beverages, of foods plus 1.59 of service charge, and the total would be of whatever the total amount I am showing it here would be the price of beverages plus price of food plus service charge plus the tax I am going to calculate. So this will be the total cost. This is the random calculation I am doing it here. You can do calculation based on your choices, applying whatever the tax percentage or whatever the service charge you want to put it here. So this is the function, cost of item will calculate all of your calculations. So in this way, if you click on this total, this will calculate all of your total for this. So now let's go to this receipt function that will create a receipt or invoice for my purchase with restaurant management system. So this is my function for receipt. What it is going to do is it is just simply going to this text receipt, that is my variable for receipt, and insert some data with it. Let's say here for the first time I am showing it for burger. It is going to convert, take my whatever the data for burger it is, whatever the unit I am going to purchase burger, and get it with e underscore burger dot get and converting it to the string part. So as you can see, it is going to, as it is 0, it is showing 0. In case of mojito it is 5 and laminate is 1. So this way for the all the 16 fields it is going to show here. Similarly, what I have calculated in my bottom part, it is going to take that and put it there. So in the similar way, uh, for all of my fields, let's say for my another purchase, I can calculate my whatever the total amount of my foods plus beverages here, and can calculate my receipt for that. So this is the whole uh, application we have discussed in this tutorial. So what are the some of the best practices we have to follow while creating any kind of application like this? That is, check for Python and take intercompatibility. That is the main part you have to see for whatever your Python version is, whether it is 2.7 or greater than 3. You have to check for the compatibility for Python and take inter. Second one is the performing checks and apply validations before doing any of your operations over it, such as in my case I have put a validations on checkboxes, such as if I will click on checkboxes, then only I will be able to uh, provide text to my text fields. Third part would be the layout designing, that is how you will design your layouts. That is the main important part, how you are going to segment it into left part or right part, and so that is the main thing you are going to deal with creating GUI application like this. So what can be done next? You can put additional operations such as printing your invoice, whatever the invoice you are you have generated till now. You can print it using your by giving some more controls to your printing, and you can print the invoice whatever you have generated. Second one is using database to store all of your details. So what you can do is like you can connect it this application to some of the database, and you can store all of the details of your purchases to it. So it will act like a big application, and you can do all of your management things with this application. Third one is UI and UX improvements. So as you can see, you can uh, do more UI and UX related things to it, how you are going to use this application, and how you want to customize the styles and layout to it. So uh, that's all for tutorial. In this tutorial we have discussed how to create a restaurant management system with Python. So if you really like my videos, you can subscribe our channel, and if you have any questions regarding it, you can put it in the comment section below. So thanks for watching the video.